Hello loves and welcome back to Life with CheKesha. It is your girl, and today I will be doing a tutorial in my digital planner that is supported by the Goodnotes app. So if you would like to see what today's tutorial is about, keep watching. Alright love, so before we get into today's video, I want to welcome back all of my subscribers. Thank you for rocking with your girl. You are appreciated. And if this is your first time tuning in, do me a big favor and drop me a purple heart in the comments box. That way I know that you are new. And as well, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. All right, love. So in today's video, I will be doing a tutorial of some of the things that I have learned and still learning as I work in my digital planner that is supported by the Goodnotes app. So my goal in doing these videos, because I am still fairly new, I've only been in the digital planner since February, probably, I don't know, it was the beginning because I know I did a planner spread for Valentine's Day. So it's been about a month since I've been in this digital planner, and I have learned so much from watching other digital planner babes videos and researching and just playing around with the planner and having a good time with it, that I want to be able to share some tips and tricks that I am learning along the way, because it has been brought to my attention that the enabler in me has brought a couple of new people along the journey as well. So as I learn, I want you to learn, because for me, that's what Life with CheKesha is all about. Just helping everybody, not just through sharing what I've learned, but also giving you resources to the people that are teaching me. So everything that I've learned, trust me, it was from the inspiration of watching other digital planner babes, and a small amount of it I did kind of figure out myself. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Now, I did write some notes in my personal rings planner because these two planners do work hand in hand currently right now. And I want to make sure, I want to make sure that I hit everything that I said I wanted to do, because this will be, it's not going to be a voiceover. I'm going to actually be doing these things as I'm talking on this video, and I want to try to keep it at a reasonable time. So let me go ahead and open this up so I can check out my notes. All right, love. So everything that I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you on blank paper. I'm not going to show it to you in my actual planner, just because I think it makes it a little more easier to kind of see. So I'm going to go ahead and tap this so I can activate my toolbar. And how you want to activate your toolbar is to click this circle right here with the pen. So this actually is mimicking your Apple Pencil or your pencil that you got that's compatible to your device, and you want to tap it to activate it. And what that does, it just shows all of the actual icons that you would use with inside Goodnotes to work on whatever you have in your Goodnotes planner. Now, I'm an iPad user, always have been, so everything that I'm doing, I can only say that this is what it looks like on my end as an Apple user. And I use Goodnotes, so if you use Noted or any of those other apps that support digital products, I really can't give you any advice, because this is all that I've used since I got into it. So let's go over some of these buttons first. So I'm just going to swipe this over because I just kind of use this as my opening page. So I have a white page here and I have a black page here, and you'll see why I have the black page later. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of these functions that are frequently used, and I will also talk about the ones that aren't. So this box right here is to magnify the section that you're writing in. So what happens is when you open that up, you'll have a box here at the bottom that will magnify whatever section of your planner that you're in. So for example, let me just deactivate this. So if I go back here and I want to see the width part a little bit better, I would tap the box and see how it makes this bigger. So that way, like when you're writing and if you're using your actual handwriting, you can actually see how big it's going to look in that particular area. All right, so the next tool is your actual pencil. And this is for those that want to use their own handwriting. I don't subscribe to that. That's why when I had my sticker shop, I created script stickers because I don't like my handwriting. So you have 3 different pen options. You have your fountain pen, and then you can change the tip sharpness and the pressure. Then you have your ballpoint, which most people use, and then you have your brush. And so with the brush, you get the pressure sensitivity as well. But I use the ballpoint when I do write. And so here on this side is where you can pick your color options. And then here is where you can pick your pen thickness. So of course the first one is your finer, your medium, and then your bold, and then you can change the thickness for each one. And as you do that, the selection it'll show you how fine and how thick it's going to be right up in here. Just like this one, it'll show you how big, this one, and so forth and so on. And then if you know the type of pen that you want to use, like this is at a 2 millimeter, and then just the sizes get smaller. So you know some of your pens, how it's like, 0.1 or 0.2 or 0.75, you can adjust them here. So your next one is the eraser. This is your favorite. So before I get into that, let me change something in my settings. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is your eraser, and of course it only erases when you have something, but you can change the size of the eraser. You can have the smallest size, the medium, and the largest, and you want to pick the size that's going to cover the amount of space that you want to erase all at one time. So what we're going to go ahead and do is to create something here so you can see how to use it. So I'm going to go to my shape tool, which is the box, the circle, and triangle, and we're just going to create a shape. And all right, so I'm just going to blur this here, do a second one here, and then a third one here. Now the eraser only works on your highlighter, your pen, your highlighter, and your shape tool. It won't work if you have your text tool. So the way to erase is you want to tap it, and then you can erase and run stroke, or if you want to erase everything at one time, you have to make sure you hold the flat part of your Apple Pencil, keep it held down, and it'll let you erase it. But once you lift it up, it's going to stop and it's going to start writing again. So the other way to erase is if you tap your Apple Pencil on the flat side 3 times, it'll let you erase. So we're going to deactivate this. All right, so we're going to tap it 2 times. I always say 3, 2 times, 1, 2, and see how it activates. And you're just going to erase. Now, the only way that that's going to work is how your pen settings are. So we're going to go ahead and go to our pencil settings. And here is where it tells you if you double tap, your pencil can switch between these 3 options. So you can have it switch between eraser or the last tool that you use or color palette. I tend to use the color palette a little more than the erasers, so I like to have it set as color palette. So I'm going to select the color palette and show you how that happens. So let's see, I'm on my shape tool, and I don't want to do black, and I'm not thinking about going up to the top. So if I hit one, two. And remember, you have to always make sure you're tapping on that flat side or it's not going to activate. You see how I pulled up my color palettes without me having to even do it again. So I'm going to do that for you one more time. 1, 2. And you could just use one finger to do it, and then there you go. So however, whatever feature you use the most in between, you just go here again, and you can either do eraser or the last tool that you use, or color palette. Like I said, I switch my color palettes a lot more. So that's a little tip and trick that I've learned. I think I watched that from looking at an Apple video. So the next thing that I want to go over is how to make your own labels. So I'm going to go to the black screen and do that. So a trick that I learned from Lux Books and a couple other people is you can create your own label, your own date cover, or however you want to by using your text tool. And so my battery is running low. Hopefully I can get all this in without having to restart. All right, so my charger cord isn't long enough, so we're going to go ahead and do what we can, and then I'll come back after I charge it if it dies. So we're going to create a label. So what you're going to do is you want to select your text tool. You can pick whatever font that you want, and your iPad should already come with its default fonts. Anything else that you add, that's something that you would do on your own. There are plenty of free fonts, and I have a whole video that will be showing how I've got most of my fonts. But anyway, so we just want to make something really easy and fun and bold. So I'm just going to do the Bondi 72, and I want to do my text in white, and then I want to pick my background color. And let's do something fun. Let's do this hot pink. And let's see. And let's do a border color. Let's do a white border color. And you don't have to do all of this, but I'm showing you how much you can do with this text tool. So we're going to go back. We got our border color, and you can round your corners. You can make a shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and round them. So we're going to do like a 2 and do a shadow. I just want to do everything all in one hit so you can kind of see what happens. So you want to go ahead and then tap your screen. And as you can see, it's already pink. And what you would do is either write what you want to write, because you can write with your pen and it's going to automatically default to whatever setting that you have. So I'm just going to write hello 2022. And the reason why mine isn't showing is because I need to adjust the line spacing. Sometimes if your script is kind of cut off, your line spacing could be off as well. So I just need to make that a little bit bigger. And there we go. So you have your own label, your date cover, whatever you want. So say you like, I want to change the color. If you hit your lasso, your lasso is one of the most important tools on your device when you're planning and all of that stuff. So you can circle it, and then if you tap, it'll let you change the color. And so what it does is it changes the color of your font. I'm going to tap it again, change the color, do black. So see how you can change it. So if you want to go back and edit the whole thing, you would just tap it. Make sure you have your text box activated. You want to hit edit, and then you can go in here and you can change the color of your script. You want to make sure you have your script highlighted. Change the color to whatever you want. And then if you want to change the background color, you can do that as well. Change that to white. Go back. Let's see. Turn the shadow off, because I really didn't see the shadow do much of anything. Say you want to round this out a little bit more. And if you want to make your border a little bit bigger, you can do that there. That way you don't have to worry about spacing. your padding. All of this stuff will just kind of adjust the sizing around there. And look how gorgeous that is. I'm sorry, I'm hitting. When I want my stuff to be sensitive, it doesn't be sensitive. Okay. All right, so that's showing you how to create a label. So I want to show you while I'm here something else that's super cool. So we're going to change this. I'm going to change this title, and then I'll be right back to show you another fun thing that I've learned. All right, so I'm back. So I had to turn my iPad because I wanted to charge it, and it was going to take longer to charge it, and I want to get all of this done so y'all can see some fun stuff. So say you're creating a label or a sticker, or say on your monthly spread you want to indicate that you have to pay a bill, or you need to go check a website out, and you want to be able to access it directly from your actual spread. So you can actually add a hyperlink yourself to your actual sticker or your page, however you want to do it. So say this was, let me see. We're just going to still leave this here. So say this was March 22nd, and you had to make sure that you went to your Instagram page to post something. So you want to be able to just click it directly from your calendar. So what you would do is, once you've created whatever sticker or word, whatever it is that you're creating, what you want to do is then just to select that item so you can add the link. So since this is a text item that I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the text, make sure that's activated. And then I want to go on here and edit it, tap it again, select all, and then you'll have this option to link. And so it'll automatically have Goodnotes on here. So I want to go ahead and take the Goodnotes link off. I'm going to select all, delete that. And then I've already copied my Instagram link. I'm going to paste it here. And so it will have the little dots here at the bottom, but that's to let you know that it has been hyperlinked. And in order to access it, you want to make sure that your pen tool or pencil tool is deactivated. So turn that off. And then if I tap it, it's going to say external link. Yes. And it takes me directly to the link that I've created. So you can create links with inside of your planner. And just to kind of make it a little more come to life, let's go ahead and put this in an actual calendar space. All right, so I want to remind myself that I want to put something on Instagram. So I'm going to just go ahead and let's see. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just add this to an actual calendar section. So I'm going to add this to my social media calendar, and let's see. I am going to do my text tool. I want to change the color. Let's make it black. And I'm going to, I want to drop and drag this. So you can do a couple of things. You can drop and drag. So we're going to open another window. And so you can circle with your lasso and then just drop and drag over there. And because I've already done it, it's already activated. So let me show you. See? It's already activated. So, but say that you didn't already activate it, you could do the same thing. Just create your box. Hit your text tab. And here you can edit the link. So say you like, I don't want it to go there. You can edit the link. You can copy the link. You can do everything by tapping it. But we want to edit the contents. Select all. And then you can change your link again like that. All right, so we're going to move that out the way. Shrink this up. So see that it's here. And I just want to deactivate it. Tap it. And it'll take me right to Instagram. So when you want to, like I said, if you're on your calendar and you're like, man, what do I have to do today? You already have something already pre-filled. All right, so that is a quick and easy way showing you how to, one, make a label, and two, link a URL code website to your actual link. And there is a way where you can do it behind your photos as well. But that's a little more, I'm still practicing that. But if any of you have figured that technique out, let me know in the comments. But you can also attach the URL link to a photo as well. But today we're just gonna keep it simple. I'm just teaching y'all what I've learned and kind of have somewhat mastered. So the next thing what we want to do is we want to create hex codes. So what's a hex code? So basically what is the hex codes are these things here. And that's what tells you the color that you want to use. Well, say you're planning in your planner and you want to grab a color from a photo that you have. So we're going to go back to my elements. So I'm on my elements and say you want to add something else. So you go add, right? So I want to add photos. So I'll click add photos and it'll pull up all of my photos here. So I'm just going to randomly pick something. Let's pick that. Add. And then you just create the name of this. We're just going to just do LLL and then you create. And so that sticker is right there. We're going to go ahead and grab her. So say I want this color and I'm like, I don't know what color that is. None of my presets are that color. So what you can do is screenshot your page. And depending on your device, with the iPad, I can just lift to the corner. What you want to do is to tap on the circle that has like the rainbow circle around it. And then here is where you'll get your hex display. So what you want to do is get your dropper and then just move it around the page to pull whatever color that you want. So let's just go ahead and pull this darker brown and see it says display hex code color. So all you want to do is just copy it. And you can either save this if you want or delete it. I'm going to delete it because I don't need it. And then I'm going to go to my highlighter color, which is currently in gray. Tap here. And then I'm just going to double click, delete, backspace, however you want to clear it off. And I'm going to paste the new hex code and see the color from what I screenshot and select it comes up there. I can add it. Some of these tools will let you add the color to your preset list. I'm not going to add it because I'm going to add it because I may use it in the future. And so it will appear here and it'll always have a check to whatever you recently saved. So now I just want to just kind of highlight with this color. So with the highlighter, you can pick the size. Again, you have the different small, medium, larges. And then you can control the thickness by going up and down. So we're just going to do the bigger one. So I want to highlight just right here in brown. And so see, you can still see that. So even if I wrote something, let's see, text tool. I have no clue why my lines are off. So say I want to highlight hello gorgeous. I would just tap my my highlighter, and if I want to change my highlighter color, I just double tap and I can pick a different color and just start highlighting it, and see, you can still see the word that I put on there. And so another cool feature with your digital planner or whatever you're using, if you mess up and you just like, oh my gosh, I messed this whole thing up, my words are spelled wrong, the colors are ugly, all you have to do is just tap this piece of paper, tap these 3 buttons, and you can either clear the page or get rid of the page altogether. Now I don't want to get rid of the page, I just want to clear everything that's on there. Boom. I don't have to worry about any undo, any whiteout. Simple and plain, and then I can still reuse whatever it was that I was using. So the next thing that I want to do is to go back to these settings at the top. These are your tool buttons. I showed you the highlighter. I showed you the eraser. We've been working with the shape tool, and the lasso. So the lasso is one of those ones that does a lot in one setting. And so your lasso tool can do, it lassos in your handwriting, your text, your images, and then if you have comments, it lasso those in. So one thing that you can do, and one of my subscribers reminded me, because like I said, I'm still learning, so some of these things I'm like, oh shucks, I forgot I could do that. So when you are trying to move stuff around, and say you have a text box over an image and you don't want to mess that image up, if you turn off the the image tool, it'll let you move the text boxes without moving the image. And just to show you an example, I'm going to go to a little mock-up that I did so you can kind of get an idea. All right, so this is a perfect example of how this lasso tool will help you out in the clutch. So right here, I just have images and I have text. I don't have any handwriting on here, so I don't really have to worry about that. But I want to move my text. So I'll go to lasso, but see, it moves everything that's attached to it. And I could be super careful and expand and then try to like just grab one little piece, but that's just too much work. So because I don't want to disturb the layout, I want to go to my lasso tool. I want to turn off imaging. So I will then go back, circle my text tool, and see, well, not my text tool, but circle text, and it does not move any of this stuff. So you see, I'll go to circle, none of that stuff will move. So sometimes, like when you go to grab stickers and you're like, why this sticker isn't grabbing? Check your tool just to make sure that it hasn't been turned off. But yeah, so nothing moves. Now this will move because it's a text, but none of this will move. And to fix all of that back, I'm just going to hit undo to go back. And so now I want to move my image, but I don't want to disturb where the text is. So I will hit turn off the text tool. And the only thing about this part is when you're layering, it can be tricky. So say I want to get this box and put it over this. I would have to make sure I just grab the corner and see how it's all connected. That doesn't work. So the next trick is, we're going to turn the text box back on. And make sure I put everything back where it's supposed to be. So you want to hit your photo box. That's the box with the little circle and look like the grass. So that's going to select each individual image that you have on your page. So I want to just move this box. I'm going to move that over. Go here. And that'll let me move it. Because if I try to move it with the lasso, not unless I can grab it where it's not going to disturb anything else, it's going to work for me. So I will move it out the way. And I'm going to put this, I'm going to just tap this, move that back right here where this goes down. I left my font there so I can know specifically where it went. So because I want to put this there, now I can go back to my lasso, circle it. I can copy it or cut it. So when I cut it, this is what's going to happen. It's going to cover my word. The reason why is because whatever you put first is always going to be behind what you put on top of it. So because I want my text to show, what I want to do is move this out the way. And see, I can't do that. You know why? Because I have text under there. So I want to just go back to the photo, hit that, move this out the way. And what I can actually do is just to lasso my font. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to lasso this and put that there. And I'm going to just tap the screen, put today's thought, and now it's over top. So this is when you get into a little more of the difficult steps. You know, some people think it's difficult, some people don't. You know, I think it's fun because it make me feel like I'm doing something. Make me feel like, ooh, I'm doing something. I'm moving stuff. I'm cutting. I'm pasting. So yeah, so you can do that like that. So the lasso button does a lot of things in regards to helping you move things around. When you want to grab an image that's layered on top of another image, you always want to go to your photo box so you can select those things. Now, another fun thing about the photo box, this will pull in again any photos that you have already on your page that you may want to add in. Like, I like to put my logo on things that I think people may repost, which is called watermarking. So I have a watermark here saved, and it has a transparent background. That's why you don't see any white. And if you have the paid version of Canva, you can make things transparent. So if I wanted to put this here, in which I already have it on here, but this way, if somebody wanted to reuse something I created, it's going to have my name in there. And you want to always put your name somewhere where it can't be cropped out. That's a little trick that I've learned with my business page. People will try to steal your work, but if you put a watermark somewhere where you can tell it's been cropped, that way, even if you like just put, like, all you may see is just like the butterfly right here, you're going to know it's cropped because you know your logo, you know your image. So that's just a little trick of the trade that I've learned through hair. So another thing that I wanted to show you that I learned, we're going to do crop in freehand. So how do you crop in freehand? So if you have an image that's on your page that you want to crop, a lot of times we crop the color. So say I want this color of this book. I would just tap that, and I can crop it by going rectangular. Like I say, you just want like a certain part of this. So you just want, so see, it's just the top half. So you don't have to have the whole part of her on here if you don't want to. If you have a sticker that you want to cut in half, you can do that. But I want her whole body on here. So another cool feature is grabbing colors to make other, backgrounds or to cover up spots. Let's go ahead and go back to the notebook. So I'm going to show you here on the black page. So say I want to have like a white background here, but I still want the black. I'm going to take this off. So what I would do is I would find a white space. So I will go back here and I'll take my lasso and circle this white, tap in the middle and do screenshot, and then it's going to let me copy it. And so I'm going to go back to my black screen, hit the tap, paste it right there, and I can make it as big as I want to right here. So this is how a lot of people create their own templates or covering up certain things. Like say you have a word that say this week, but you want to cover it up. You can screenshot a color and then put it on top. Let's see. So now let's do this. I'm going to be extra. So now I want to put black on top of the white. So I'm going to go to my lasso. I'm going to circle this black, take a screenshot, copy it, and then we're going to tap in the middle and paste it. And now I have black in the middle. So now you can go in here and you can use your crop tool or your freehand. So say this was, you just wanted to get a little image. So say I wanted to make, let's see, a heart, because with your shape tool, it's kind of hard to create images. So I just want to get a black heart in the middle of this white space. So I'm going to just do a heart, and it's going to be green when you know you're freehanding. And once you do that, you want to hit done. And see, now you got a heart. So you can make like your own shapes and stuff like that. And so you still have that black that's on there. So we want to go ahead and do the same, hit crop. And now we want to do a star. Let me see. Ooh. Don't judge my star. That is not a star. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you can create your own shape. So if you are a creative, I don't know what that is. You know, you just tap it, crop. Y'all don't judge me. Done. So see, I mean, you know, you can make your own little shapes. Say I want to make, like, you know, look, I'm having fun with this. Crop. Look, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Look, don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. Hold on. We're going to take this off. Uh-oh. We're going to delete that. I'm going to shrink that. And, like, you can expand it like that, too. And turn it around. I'm going to put this right there. Y'all, wait. Watch what I'm about to do. Look, y'all about to be hating. Don't be hating on your girl. Uh-oh. Don't be hating. See, this is what I be saying. Like, you can have so much fun with this. Like, you know, some people try to make it a little more difficult than it really is. Uh-oh, I don't want to do that. And like, say you start the freehand and it's not right, you can just tap it and it'll erase. So, I don't know what this is. Done. Let's see. So I want to make a copy of this because I want to use it again. Paste. Y'all hating on your girl. So I want to make a copy of this. So if you want to make a copy of something you already, you just hit share and just hit copy, paste. Look at that. Y'all hating. Get my highlighter. Let me see, do purple. Y'all hating. See, look, I created my own little masterpiece, right? And we was going to erase this. I'm going to erase the highlight. But yeah, so look how simple that was, you know? See? Okay. So that's all in freehand. And so let me just do this one little thing and then I'll leave you alone. So say you want to freehand this right here because you like the color combination. You want to hit your photo, hit crop, and say you just love the way this looks. You just want to just done. And so it made a heart with that pattern. So you're not just limited to solid tools. You got a heart with the little flowers in there. See how cute that is? Well, let's undo this. All right, so this last tool, I don't really know what this is. I think it may be more so like if you're doing maybe it's like a, like that red laser light. I played around with it and it doesn't do anything. It just kind of, you know, so I guess if you were doing a presentation and you were sharing your screen, you can just go like that. But when you move it, it goes away. I want to say, I don't really know what that is. Those are the features of your toolbar that you have available to you. Like I said, the most used tool, in my opinion, is definitely your lasso tool and your text tool. And then after that will probably be like your photos or your highlighter, just depending on your planner style. But your lasso is what pulls everything in. You know, so I wanted to pull her in. So I can use her here because I can grab her in. And you can tell if you can move something and it's not attached when you go like that. But if I was to grab her like this, it's going to grab everything. So if you have something on a page that's grabbable, you want to make sure that when you do it, it doesn't affect everything else. Like this stuff, because it's so jumbled up with everything else, it's going to be hard to bring it in. But if I wanted to bring her in there, I would just hit copy, go to my next page, paste, and put her right there. Just that simple. I mean, this could be a book cover, Sims. But yeah, so what else do I want to show you guys before I go? Because like I said, I feel like this video is long. So again, these buttons are always your undo and your redo buttons. This button here, this is what I wanted to show you. So when you're creating, and I showed this on my flip through of my Bible journal that I just downloaded. But say you want to add more pages and you don't have a planner that you purchase and you're just creating stuff as you go. When you go to the page button up here with the check in the middle, you can pick whatever color paper, whatever template you want. And if you keep scrolling, it'll let you have access to all of it. So you'll even have like that Hobonichi color paper. You can do... And I mean, like, you can create your own planner here if you wanted to. If you want to create music, you have your music sheets here, your planner sheets, your writing paper sheets, and your blank sheets. And you can choose whether or not it's in portrait or landscape. You can pick your cover. So it comes with covers already on here. So you can pick the cover if you, like I said, if you're creating your own planner, your own journal, in which I have created a few journals for myself. You have all of these covers to choose from. And you can pick the size. You know, it says your iPhone is an A7 size, so you can do A7. So if you're doing something for your phone, you can do A6, A5, whatever size that you want, you can choose there. Your paper, the same way, you can choose with all the different sizes in the Goodnotes application for your paper. And that's how you create your own spread. So say I want to put this behind that. If I go to these three dots, hit copy page, and then go back to this particular notebook, and I go to the plus, I always keep mine on after because I'm always putting stuff after. But if you want to put it before, you'll just adjust it to before. If you wanted to make the very last page, you can do that. And then you just want to hit paste here. If you want to put an image, you just go to your images and I'll put the image there behind it. If you want to import something, say you have something in your folder here, you can import that there. More templates, basically that's what I just showed you. But if I wanted to put the template that I had already grabbed and copied, you just hit paste here, and that shows you there. And then to view everything under that one tab, because the tab that you're in, anything that's under that tab is going to show if you hit these 4 boxes. So these are all the pages that I have on this 4 boxes. So say this is your planner, your Bible, your journal, whatever it is, and there's a page that you need to remember to go to, especially like if you get planners that have like over 700, pages to it, you can hit your flags here within, so that way when you hit favorites, it's going to always be there. And you can take them off whenever you want to. Another thing is, say you like, you know what, I don't want some of this stuff. You hit select and say you want to move, you can move this. So you can move this to any folder that you have here in your Goodnotes document section, or you can export it as a PDF, an image, or if you have another Goodnotes file, you can do that here. You can either include the background pages. You can import it as a zip file. It gives you a lot of options of how to do that. You can rotate the page. And you can copy the page as well and move it however you want to, or you can delete the page. And it's gone. Now, once you delete it, you can't undo it. So this is what the cover page looks like for like the notebook, if I want to make this a notebook. You could always favorite from the top. So from here, you can favorite from there. And then when you hit your dots with your squares, go to favorites. That page is favorite there. And then here, if you want to share this. Now, this is key too. I've used this for the first time for the Mary Martha scripture writing and reading plan. And you can either print. And so when you want to print, you want to either print this page or all pages. But if you decide you want to print all pages. And so I know a lot of people at the end of the year like to make their planners into books so they can use them. So say I didn't want to include this page, I'll just remove it. Just like you would do any other printer. And you can print these yourself. Say you got a page, you're like, man, I got to take this, but I don't want to take my whole iPad. Let me print this page. You just hit, printer. Find your printer that you have connected to it and then print that way. The other option with the share, you can export the page. And again, you can either export it as a PDF, as an image, or even as a link. So shareable link, what is shareable link? So say you have friends that you want to gain access to something that you've created. If you click shared link, you would pull this up. You would click the little button, wait for it to do what it does, and then you would have a shareable link. And so it'll say who the owner is, and you can preview it in web. I've never used that, but so you want to send link, and this will happen. You will copy the link, or you can send it to whoever you want to. And I actually have a couple of shared files. So at the bottom of your Goodnotes app, you have documents, and this is where all of your stuff will be. And anything that's shareable, you will see this little person here. And then you will have a icon here that shows that it's a shared link. So these are all the shared links that I have. I'm a part of the Traveling Digital Mail shared link. But these are 2 links that I've shared with my friends. All right, so once you have your shared links here, whomever you've shared the link with, they can access it. And you can stop sharing. All you have to do is, you can stop sharing. All you have to do is hit the drop down. You can hit stop sharing. Or if you need to get the link again, you can get it again. But I don't need this, so I'm going to just trash this. So your favorites, this will show everything that you favorite throughout your Goodnotes app. The search is where you would type. So say you were looking for something in particular. So let me see. So I want to look for my shop, anything that has the word shop in it. So anything that has shop in it will come up right here. So since I'm here, I might as well show you. So if you want to create your own notebooks, as you can see, I've created some of my own. Same way that I was showing you before, but you can go directly from your documents, create notebook, and then just start building it here. And then you can add your pages as you go. Just to show you one that I've created so far. This is my Mary Martha plans. So these are all the pages that's in there currently. This is my cover, and I have it in by week. So this was week 1, week 2, and now we're about to enter in week 3. So what I would do is just add, well, this was last month's reading plan. I'm sorry. But this is this month's reading plan. And so I just will, I can either add a new page this way, or if I want to use the same template that I had last month, I can just go pull it up, copy the page, go to my plus once it's copied, and then just paste it there. And then I can just remove whatever it is that I don't want to have on this spread for this month. So while I'm here, and then this I promise will be the last thing. So these girls right here, they are not all right, so this is what I'm gonna do, because I want to show you how to freehand an image, and then that will be the last thing that I do on here. So I want to add a black page after. So say you have an image and it's not transparent, but you want to use it. So for that particular sticker that I have, what is that under? My faith notebook. So I want to use one of these girls. So they're not individually cropped, as you can see. So I can either copy the whole thing, or I can circle, square, however you want to do it, the image that I want, take picture, and you see it's there. So I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back to right here. So I'm going to tap, paste her there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got all this white. It doesn't look right. So we want to go back, crop, and we want to do the freehand. So this is when a steady hand really makes a difference. So you can All right, so you want to get into it. So when I'm trying to get really close, I really get into it, because you can't really make the screen bigger when you're in this setting. And if you can, I don't know how to do it. So you want to get as close and tight as you can. Now, of course, you're going to have a little bit of white still around her. But I'm going to show you a little trick after I finish. So I'm going to hit done. And so you still see some white. But if you go back and crop again, you'll see the white that's around there. So, you're going to have to move your iPad, your tablet, your phone. But you want to go right back and try to get it as tight as possible. Now, you might cut out some of her hair and stuff like that, but if you're trying to get out as much of the white as you can, you're going to have to get real close. Now, if you sit her on something that has a white background, then it won't matter. All right. So, see, it's getting less and less and less and less and less. Like I said, the tighter you get, you will lose some of the details if you're trying to get rid of as much white as possible. But this is pretty much as close as you're going to get. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, so see how I'm starting to lose some of the imagery on that. But again, that's kind of how you can kind of freehand it to get rid of some of that. And so so if I put her here, you're not even going to see the white, because I got rid of most of it. So that's a way to crop. So like if you have kits and things that you're able to take screenshots and put on your pages, that's what you would do to crop stuff out, either freehand-it, or you can just hit the crop button. Hold on. Or just hit your crop button and it'll just, square it off. So say you just want to just cut her shirt off and just put her head. There you go. That looks a little weird, but yeah. So that's that. All right, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit long, but I tried to make sure I gave you as much as I could in this video without confusing you. If you have any questions about anything that I tried to show you guys that may need further explanation, let me know in the comments. And as well, if you're enjoying these digital videos, let me know, because it looks like there's a digital movement. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is the Matrix or what's going on, but you know, digital planners are here. Digital has just always been here. It's just, you know, what you embrace at the time that you embrace. And like I said, with my digital planner along with my paper planner, these two help me live a very functional life. I will never give up my paper planner. I don't care how much digital there is, not unless they, you know, say there's a paper shortage, and then I won't have a choice. But anyway, I'm rambling. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it's something that you saw me use and you know a better way of using it, also let me know, because like I said, I'm still learning. I am not an expert. I am still a newbie, okay? I'm a digibabe. Hey, I just coined the phrase, I'm a digibabe. I'm new, I'm babe. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and give me a big old thumbs up. And as well, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. So until next time, loves. Peace.